Okay, so now I'm going to talk about what is the best program in order to make the most amount of gains as possible. So I've been going to the gym for like 2.5 years now, and I mean the best program is not very well presented online when you look on the online fitness space. So guys will just tell you to do push-pull legs split. That's the number one split which comes up, and this is what everybody believed in the beginning. And then some guys will tell you to do upper lower split, or full body 3 times a week or something like that. But I'm just going to tell you what worked for me and what I strongly believe is the best split, and basically the foundation principles of the best split to have. Okay, so getting into it, first of all, what you want to be doing, and this is what I found with my split and just with my training, I make the most gains, and this is very important. I make the most gains, and you make the most gains when you train muscles often, but not with many sets. So everybody's heard of Mike Mentzer's sort of training ideology of only doing 1 or 2 sets per muscle group and doing very low volume. But when you combine that, so you're training your upper body 4 times a week, obviously if you're not recovered, then you shouldn't train your upper body again. But the reason why you're able to recover so quickly is because you're not doing many sets. You can see what I mean. So also a very important thing, which I believe, is to do the same exercises every time. So this is what I'm doing at the moment to make the most gains, and it makes the progressive overload so much easier as well, because you're not worrying about so many exercises. This is such simplicity, and it works, because I feel like, especially if you're a beginner, but even I'm intermediate to advanced, so even if you're like me, this is just going to make your progressive overload life so much easier. What I've been doing recently, and the best split which I've been on, is the one where you're training your upper body about 4 days a week, but you're doing this just dead simple, dead ass workout where it's just a brain dead workout. So first of all, I do machine rows, and then I do lat raises, and then I do preacher curls, and then I do tricep pushdown. So if you're trying to progressively overload on 10 different exercises at the same time, and you're like, I don't remember what I did my weight on last week, I'm doing this variation of a row, and then I'm doing push-pull legs, and then I can't remember by the time that I've got to my second push day of the week what I did on this exercise, one of my 3 chest exercises which I'm doing out of so many exercises in the workout. And also another major factor is, do you really want to be going to the gym 6 days a week? Some of these splits have you going to the gym way too many times a week, and it's just not as feasible. So with this workout, you want to be going to the gym often, but it's not going to be 6 days a week, and because there's not many exercises, so every time I go into the gym I do the same things over and over. This is what I've seen the most progress on. So just doing row, lat raise, preacher curl for the bicep, and then tricep pushdowns. And because I'm not only doing, obviously I forgot to mention, but I injured my chest, so I can't do chest training. But if I could, then obviously I would do literally incline bench or dips, and that's it. Because I'm only doing one movement, I can effectively remember every single time what I got, how many reps of how much weight I got. And the important thing is that just you go to the gym and you do a workout which you can do 4 times a week. So you're not doing 20 sets or something like that, and you're not just ruining yourself for one. This is what I've learned. If you try and go to the gym 2 days a week but do more volume, that is so much worse than going to the gym more times a week but doing less volume per workout. I'll give you an example. So there's many progressive overload schemes that you can use, but the one that I'm using at the moment is, so I can do 7 reps of an exercise, right? And then I progressively overload the reps up to 10 reps. So this is close to failure, and then once I can get 10 reps on the exercise, I up the weight, and it's dead simple and it works, right? And I do that for every exercise just to keep it really simple, because simplicity is so important. Anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and keep training calisthenics.